Welcome back to Good Morning La La Land on Wealth Wednesday. We have Ryan White in the house. He is a 7-figure business entrepreneur. You help actually manage other entrepreneurs that do that through Social Revelation, and you've been featured in Forbes, Inc., Entrepreneur, all the above. Tell us the secret to being 28 with so much success.
Well, honestly, I have to give all the credit, to my business partners that I was actually able to go out and kind of build around the world. So I actually have 9 partner agencies who I've basically collaborated with over the last 18 months to kind of establish this entire business. So it's definitely the power of partnerships, not just myself, but my whole team to be able to go out and establish this.
What do you look for in a partner when you're choosing your team?
For me, it's kind of just people that match up, maybe have the same vision that I do. Morals and values obviously kind of play into that, because obviously you don't want to be in business with people that you don't trust. There's a lot of distrust in this industry. And, just through my social media platforms, we get approached every single day from people who are trying to collaborate with us. So we have to be really careful on who we kind of filter out and decide to partner with. So, in my personal opinion, we have 9 of the best that are out there. And so I feel like that's why we've been so successful.
So wait, so break this down. So how do you mean a partner? So you help other businesses and public figures get their brand out to the world, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and so when you are doing a partner, what does that mean you have a partner in it?
So a partner it actually could mean 2 things. So it could be a client who's just coming to us who needs help with their social media and digital marketing strategy, or it could be another what we call a partner firm. So a partner firm is anyone who's kind of under the Social Revelation umbrella, and they're basically kind of white labeling our services.
Got it.
So
okay.
just think of 9 agencies who kind of have their own sales force out in the workplace, kind of recruiting clients, and then we're kind of fulfilling on the back end.
Love it.
Can you take us back to the beginning when you first decided to become an entrepreneur and you wanted to build businesses and help other people build businesses? Take us back to that moment and how that sort of ramped up.
For sure. So in 2017, I was actually a private baseball instructor. I was working for an organization called 5-Star National. And so I was actually doing my first love, which is, basically instructing kids. I'd have about 45 to 50 kids that would come in each week and train with me. And I just remember thinking to myself, about time freedom. And, you invest so much time when you're actually doing private instruction. I started considering, how could I get time freedom? Because that's the only thing in life that we can't get back is our time. So I just started, kind of playing with this idea. If I can basically go out and create all these results for the company that I'm working for through social media, why couldn't I do that for myself? And so I remember it like it was yesterday on a Tuesday morning, going just to the dentist's office for a 6-month cleaning. I had the light bulb go off on, why don't we focus on you and see if we can build our own brand? And so that's what I decided to do.
Wow. So what was the first step you took from there?
It was really just research, going out and just spending a ton of time when I had free time. So I was working a full-time job when I started all this. And so anytime I was not doing that job, I was basically just researching, studying, competition or competitors and people in the industry that was being really successful. And I kind of just trial and errored my way into, obviously a method that seems to work. And once I started kind of creating success for myself, I think at one point I was actually growing my Instagram account at like 10,000 organic real followers every month.
Wow.
So naturally, I started gaining attention from people who were reaching out saying, hey, can you help me? And then as that process started happening, I was like, yeah, I'll do it for free. Give me 10 bucks, 20 bucks, 30 bucks. And so I was kind of just hustling this thing. And everyone that I worked with, I was putting in this Telegram community group, kind of like a Facebook group, but on the app Telegram. And after about 60 days, I realized I literally had 100 people inside this community. And so that was when it hit me, wow, there's value here. We should probably create a business.
Wow.
So what is that method? So you talked about, you put them through methods. So if I'm a client and I come to you and I go, okay, I want to launch my business bigger or my brand or whatever that is, tell us some of the steps. Obviously,
Yeah, for sure. So there's
all
a ton.
your secrets away, but yeah.
Yeah, no, you're fine. So there's actually, 4 to 5 different ways in which we can do it. The most being where we take a client's account and we just interact within their target audience. So let's just say you're an e-commerce boutique, and you're selling, it could be anything from gym apparel to, a cell phone case. We basically take the client's account and we manually kind of free them up. We have our team go in and basically interact within their target audience to bring exposure and awareness to that specific page. If you're a brick and mortar, let's just say you're a gym in downtown Atlanta, we can also follow the same strategy inside a specific radius of their business.
Got it.
And what would you tell people who would be interested in partnering with a company like yours to do in advance to be prepared for that?
So the biggest thing is just getting real clear on your vision, like where you want to go, because a lot of times when clients come to us, I feel like there's a disconnect between, really where they want to be in, say, the next 12 months. And so they get on a service, but they don't really maximize their results because they don't really have that clear vision. And so I tell people all the time, if you're on social media, you got to differentiate between being on it for pleasure and then looking at it as like a business. And so a lot of times, they jump on and, say their posting could be inconsistent with what they're trying to accomplish. And therefore their results, they just never really achieve the potential that they could achieve if they had that clear vision. And so I say, before you get the traffic flow and the exposure, just know what you want to do with it.
And what is it that you want to do with it?
So for me, I think my end goal is honestly just, to have my whole team win. I want to, through this journey, I want to help people basically go out and do what I was able to do, because I feel like that's the most gratification you can get from anything, is just being able to help someone else kind of achieve their dreams. And so, in the next probably 3 to 5 years as an end goal, it would just be to look back and say, you know what, I've helped 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 people really go out and maximize, and now, they're able to have time freedom and be with their family and reach a certain level of financial success that they've always wanted to achieve.
I love that. Is there anything besides Instagram or Facebook that you're seeing as a platform that people are having conversions for their business?
Yeah, for sure. So right now we're actually, oddly enough, moving into kind of PR and publicity on press publications. So, a business partner, a good friend of mine, Ulysses, that we talked about earlier before the show, we're actually in the works now of creating a deal that's going to be huge for people who not only want the social media side of things, but also kind of want to take it a step further inside the PR and the digital publication world as well.
Got to do that. It's all about social proof, and
for sure, it
people
is.
want those names.
It is. It's crazy because literally, your perception online has actually become even my reality every single day now.
I know.
So it's pretty crazy.
You have such an authentic heart. Can we just talk about what a charmer
Really
you
does.
are for a second?
Thank you.
You show up here, you're so well mannered and put together, and really putting your best face forward in this business, both online and offline. Who are your mentors? Who's guiding you? Where would you credit this?
For sure. Thank you. So it goes back to a man. His name is Andy Burris, for sure. He's actually the CEO and owner of 5-Star National. And, at 36 years old, he was worth literally, I think it's around like $5 million. And now it's kind of funny because when I mentioned the partnership strategy that I went out and basically achieved for my business, he did that exact same thing inside the travel baseball world. And so he actually has a presence, I believe, in like 11 different states. And it's probably even more now because I've been out of the game this full year in 2018. But, he just established a business or a presence in Puerto Rico. So if that tells you how important it is just to go out and build partnerships around the world, I basically, under his wing, kind of learned from him. And then I went out and I said, you know what, if this is what I'm going to do, it worked for Andy, why couldn't it work for me? And so that's kind of where my focus has been.
Love that.
Love that.
And you've not only been successful in business, but you've been successful in love, from what I hear.
Yes.
For sure.
I'm definitely the lucky
Ryan,
one.
on Instagram, you've got a gorgeous partner.
Thank
by
you. I
your
do.
side.
I'm very blessed.
So what is the key to maintaining such a powerful couple, right, in partnership?
So the biggest thing that I've learned, because obviously as a guy I've never been perfect, but she's really taught me the value in communication every day, and that's something I struggled with, coming through the sporting world. As I alluded to earlier, I was a college baseball player, and sometimes the whole locker room talk and that persona, you just disconnect, between the whole communication with your significant other. And so over the last, 3 years coming up in March that we've been together, I've learned the value of communication.
I love that. Yeah, normally you communicate in baseball just by hitting home runs, man.
Exactly. Yes.
If you ain't hitting home runs, I don't want to hear nothing.
That's it. Exactly. Exactly. That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. So appreciate you coming in and sharing all your wealth of wisdom with us.
I appreciate you having me, Rob.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Tell everyone where they can find and follow you and learn more about Social Revelation.
Yeah, so you can follow me on my Instagram. It's just at Ryan, Ryan, and White, White. I tell people it's like the color because sometimes with my southern drawl, people think I say Wyatt, but it's just at Ryan White. And then my personal website is just officialryanwhite.com.
Nice.
Love it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for having me.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.